Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dr. Sophia ObGyn Podcast. As always, I am joined by my co-host, Touseef Mirza. And today, we are going to talk about something that happened to me related to perimenopause.
We just literally started to talk about our week like we usually do, and we ask each other how we're doing. And you basically said, girl, I hit a wall.
I more than hit a wall. I was going out of my mind.
Yes. And you're just like, I don't know what's going on. And so the more that we talked about it, we realized that this is a very apropos episode. It's an episode that I think people will relate to because it's just very part of the lived experience that some people might be going through. So in terms of just starting the conversation, let's just start about like how your week went.
I had a crazy week. I just felt like I was all over the place, so scatterbrained. I really could not focus. I could barely get my own work done. I couldn't sit down to do my notes. I couldn't sit down to focus on anything. Last week, it just didn't matter what I was doing. Like I had to get up. It didn't matter. I would sit down to do something. And then just moments later, I'd be like, oh, let me get up and use the bathroom. And then I'd come back. And then I'd be like, oh, let me go get something to eat. And then I'd come back. And then I'd be like, oh, let me go through my phone. Oh, I forgot to call somebody. Oh, I didn't write that note. Let me go back and write the note.
So it was just like all these different types of inputs happening, but you can't really focus on finishing one thing.
I could not finish a single thing. I just couldn't finish a single thing. And I was like, oh my God, like, holy cow, like my ADD is on fire. And why? Like, what is the trigger? What is happening? Right? And I felt it. Like, it almost even felt kind of manic, like, like constantly high, like on 10, but not really getting anything done or getting anywhere or And then I started talking to another couple of my friends and they were like, when's the last time you got your hormones? And I said, hormones, girl, that's not the problem. Are you listening to me? I'm not focused.
It's about my brain.
It's about my brain. And then you're like, no, I'm telling you, it's time for your pellets. Okay. And so here we go. Let's talk about what pellets are.
Okay. I'm just going to go even further back than that. Can you please tell your age?
Really?
You don't have to say the exact age.
I'm in my mid to late 40s, closer to 50 than 40. How about that?
Perfect. So that people understand, when does this type of stuff even happen?
Perimenopause is the time that happens before you go through the full 12 months of no period called menopause. You go through 12 consecutive months without menses, and we consider that time after that as menopause. Perimenopause is anywhere from 5 to 10 to up to 15 years before you have that final period.
And that's around, usually women is around like 52 when there's...
So menopause itself, the average age of menopause is about 51 in this country. And so for sure, a woman who's in her early 40s can be experiencing perimenopause or those symptoms such as hot flashes, night sweats, insomnia, changes in their body like joint pain, decreases in libido,
brain fog,
memory changes, definitely energy changes, changes in their hair, changes in their skin, changes in their gut, changes. I mean, just the number of changes that your body goes through leading up to and even after menopause are tremendous. And everybody doesn't go through it the same way. So you can have one symptom, you can have 3 symptoms, you can have 5 symptoms, you can have some symptoms at one point, others at another point. And it hit me like a ton of bricks that what I was feeling going on in my brain and in my body and how I was experiencing it, that sense of anxiety of kind of losing it, of not being as sharp, of not being able to function was a symptom of perimenopause. Perimenopause, menopause, definitely understand that it is a hormonal transition that our bodies are going through. And perimenopause is this constant, I like to call it like a yo-yo. It's like up and down, up and down, up and down in terms of the hormones. They can be high, they can be low, they can be flat, they can be high again and low. It's like this constant, like upside down time period where you can still be getting a regular period every month, and yet you're experiencing all of these symptoms. And outside of that, you can be experiencing changes in your period as well. There are 400 functions in the body for estrogen. And
can we say that again, please?
Yes. Estrogen, 400 functions in the body and the brain.
This is so important because I think when we think about estrogen, we think about the uterus, we think about the vagina, we think about the reproductive system, but we don't really understand that it has so many other functions.
On your skin, on your brain, on your heart, on your bones.
And therefore, if the estrogen is out of balance, it affects all of those areas that you just named.
Because it can affect their skin, because it's protective for their heart, it's protective for their brain. Like, yes.
Mm-hmm. For the women out there that are anywhere between the early 40s all the way down the line, post-menopause, the whole shebang, okay? If you're starting to feel either can't focus, or you're having brain fog, or having some type of different sort of experience than you usually do when it comes to your brain, what should a woman do first?
First, I would say is acknowledge it. Acknowledge what's happening in your body and what's happening in your brain, and know that it's not because you're going crazy. I would say second, yes, talk to your provider, your doctor, your OBGYN, and say, I've never had these symptoms before, but this is what I'm feeling or what I'm going through.
Can they also say, could this be linked to my hormones?
I think they absolutely should point that out, because it doesn't mean that your physician is going to know automatically that this is what's going on, or that they're going to put two and two together or make that connection.
Or because hormones is sometimes a touchy subject, they might not even bring it up. They might just say you need to go see so-and-so. So
you're absolutely correct on that.
Right? So it's good to bring it up for yourself. And it might be not related to hormones like it could, but at least you are raising that point.
You're raising up the question.
Yes.
You're raising up the point. Maybe you can have a hormone panel done that can help to delineate if that is in fact the case. Thank you for listening. For the full podcast episode, please click on the link below. This is general medical information based on my professional opinion and experience. For specific medical advice, please refer to your physician.